Hey, what's up, guys? It's Game Fanatic Cook, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite monster in Monster Hunter. This is absolutely my own personal opinion. This is not taking in like any stats, anything at all. Not even taking in how good the fights are, because honestly, the fight for the monster I like the most isn't anything particularly special, and it's borderline below average. So I'm going to just answer the question right away. My favorite monster in the series is the Barroth, very closely followed by the Great Jaggy. Now, the reason the Barroth is my favorite monster in the game is because in Monster Hunter 3, there is an arena mode option to fight the Barroth. And what I would do is I would play split screen with my father and my sister, and we would literally hunt the Barroth so often, like crazy. Because for some reason, we could never beat it. I was really young and really bad at fighting, and I beat the Barroth in the single player campaign, but that's because I grinded really good weapons and armor. But in the arena where I didn't have those good weapons and armor, I would get smoked by the Barroth. So I played with my dad, who would also get smoked by a Barroth. So I'd play with my sister, who would also get smoked by a Barroth, because none of them were particular video game savants. But anyway, I just remember having so many good memories around the Barroth fight, about having like your lance, sword, and shield up, blocking him, running at you, all this crazy stuff. I just have so many special memories around the Barroth. And I mean, his moveset isn't terrible either. It's a decent moveset. I mean, his charge attack is just like a bull charging at you. You know, his armor is just cool. His little mud attack where he flings mud. I mean, that's neat. And he's like the most unique monster I think you find early game in Monster Hunter 3 as well. And I just think the Barroth is, I just like him, guys. I think he's a cute looking monster. He's up there on the cuteness factor, but also looks pretty intimidating. Like a scary little monster. There's little slits he has for eyes. And, you know, I just like the Barroth, guys. I really do like the Barroth. And pretty much the nostalgia and split screen arena mode is pretty much exclusively the reason I like the Barroth the most. But that's all you really need, right? Is just what monster, what special fight got to you, you know? And, you know, I say Great Jaggy's my second, my runner-up. The reason that's so close is because that's obviously the first monster I ever fought, which I feel like everyone has a special spot for all the first raptor monsters they fought. Except, you know, if you like the great, unless your first game was World, then you like then you like an iguana monster. But other than that, you got raptor monsters. And Great Jaggy, of course, is my favorite raptor monster. Probably my second favorite monster in the game, because I would fight that one with my uncle. And I don't talk to my uncle anymore, but we would fight the Great Jaggy, and that was a lot of fun. So, you know, both my picks are obviously nostalgia related, with Barroth being number one and the Great Jaggy. They're both absolutely goated monsters. I like them both a ton, and I'm glad to see that, you know, maybe not the Great Jaggy. Great Jaggy doesn't get that much love in the main series. He shows up every once in a while. You know, he's usually in like the side games. He doesn't get a ton of love, but the Barroth usually, he gets a lot of love. I think he's been in every game recently, except maybe Rise. I can't remember if he was in Rise, but I know he was in World, so I mean, was he in World? Yeah, he was in World, which, I mean, that's pretty good for me, and I just, you know, I'm happy to see him around. I'm glad, you know, he gets the love he deserves. I think he's a really good early boss enemy, because he's not really hard to dodge, but he begins to introduce you how punishing certain monsters can be. Because the Barroth, you know, you fight him, I think, third, fourth, fifth fight, and 3, I think, maybe a little bit later than that. But he's extremely punishing compared to every other monster you fight around the time you go against him. Like, he really tears you up if you get hit by him. Like, his charge attack, that, if you're fighting him just like, you know, going through the game normal speed, you're not grinding or anything, that charge attack can take you out in like 2 hits, dude. It takes a decent chunk of health out, especially if you don't know about like getting your health up and eating before the fights like I did when I was 12, dude. I was fighting him on a small health bar, small stamina bar, running for my life type shit. But yeah, so that's when I just realized I never made that simple of a video just talking about my favorite monster. And, you know, I was like, why not make one real quick, you know? It's not really that hard of a video to make, and I feel like that's something that every Monster Hunter YouTuber should talk about at some point, is like, what monster do you really mess with the most? Now, I gotta say Barroth. Holy shit, my old speech impediment really came out there. I was like, Muff. It's so bad. I can't believe that just showed up. But yeah, most. But yeah, I love the Barroth, guys, and hope you guys do too.